Wow, you walked 20,000 steps a day. That's amazing. Said absolutely no one ever. But in this video, I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons why maybe you should give it a try, and my experience over the last week doing it, how good I felt, how bad I felt, what's wrong, what's right with it. Let's get it. So this week I kind of had an off week of training. We're all at home, so every day's an off week, right? But I decided that I'm gonna give this 20,000 steps a day challenge thing a try. See what it does. I had no expectations of it. Didn't really think it would be that difficult. I was a little wrong on that one. 20,000 steps is a lot. You know, I would get about 10 to 12,000 a day. Normally, that's my normal, and not really think much about it. But adding in that extra 8 to 10,000, whew, you really gotta put your mind to it. And there's some days where, 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, I still had to do another 5,000 steps or something to get it done. So, number one lesson learned here is I thought I was recovering pretty well. I thought my mobility was pretty good. Just getting that much more movement in a day and that low impact movement, my mobility shot up. My recovery was better. I had less aches and pains throughout the day, throughout my workouts. It actually took me less to warm up for my workouts, which is really incredible when you think about it. I know a lot of us don't really warm up a lot to begin with. So to be able to even shorten that time, but I do normally about a 10-minute warm up, 5 to 10 minutes. Let's not push it here. 5 to 10 minute warm up, and then maybe like a 5-minute EMOM of something to just get the blood flowing and going. And I found that 5 minutes was way more than enough come Wednesday, Thursday of the week, halfway, midway into the week and further, just from walking. I can't say enough good things about just that point. Just the recovery and mobility aspect was incredible. Number 2. Now, number 2 is kind of an obvious one here, but not one that you think of when you get started. And that is the amount of food that you can eat. Now, if you know anything about this channel, which you should, and if you don't, subscribe now. Got it in. Is I believe in sort of a flexible lifestyle, right? I believe in eating what you want, concentrating on calories first, then diving into macros, depending on what your goals are, based on your goals. Maintenance, weight loss, muscle gain, body recomposition, those are all separate eating styles. Not everything has to do with eating like a bodybuilder. Understand that. Nothing against bodybuilders, nothing like eating like that. But it doesn't have to be. Understand that, please. With that said, increasing my activity to almost double the amount of steps, that is more calories. It's not double the calories burned during the day, but it's definitely much, much more. So I found that, in the middle of the week, I had a whole pizza. Normally, if I had something like that, I would gain probably about 2 or 3 pounds the next day on the scale. And I would have to increase my activity going up to that day, increase my activity after that day, taper back down into my calorie range. And then it wouldn't affect me, but for those couple of days afterwards, maybe 2 or 3 days. Next day, I was right at the same weight. It's incredible the amount of food that I was able to consume and still stay at my regular, quote unquote, regular weight for this week. Now I understand you're increasing your activity, but you look at it and it's like, I'm only walking. I'm not running, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just taking steps and getting myself out there. And I realized that even at 10,000 steps a day, I'm just doing my maintenance. right? Because my body has become accustomed to that. So just throwing in those extra 10,000 steps, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, it really shot my body up to the next level, and I was able to take in much more than I normally do. And like I said, it seems common sense, but I didn't realize how much more. And that is a huge bonus to any of us that love to eat, any of us that like to eat different types of foods and maybe not healthy foods, like to snack. Just an easy way to maybe add 2, 3, or 4,000 steps a day and be able to enjoy some of the foods that you love. And number 3 being time, right? We all can make time for whatever we want. If you really want something, if you really want to do something, you can make time for it. With that said, there were plenty of times where 8 o'clock rolls around, 8:30, and I'm a 9:30, 10 o'clock bedtime type of guy, so I wake up so early. But there were plenty of times, 8, 8:30, 9, even 9 o'clock rolls around. Oh, shit, I still got, 5,000 steps to hit. But it was important to me this week, so I made it happen. Did I watch less TV? Yes. But did I still get all my meals cooked? Yeah, because that's important to me. Did I still hit those 20,000 steps minimum a day? Yeah, because this week that was important to me. It's also, and this is kind of like a subset of doing things that are important to you time-wise, also knowing that it was only a week. I'm only sacrificing for a week. So breaking it down into blocks like that, to know that, hey, 7 days, this is done, makes things so much easier. And that can also kind of feed into your diet habits, right? If you want to eat clean, say, I'm going to eat clean for 3 days, and then I'm going to have a day where maybe I hit the same amount of calories, but I don't worry about what I eat that day. Just calorie-wise. And then the next day, you do it for another 3 days. Or maybe next time you do it for 4 days. And then you see how, each time you do it again, you do it for 5 days after that. Then you have your one day, your one cheat day. Then 6 days, and things become easier and easier. Same thing here. Now I have the experience of what 20,000 steps a day does for a whole week. I know that if I want to do that 1 day a week or 2 days a week, I can do that. And I have confidence in myself now because I just did it for 7 days straight. So 1 day and then being able to not do it for a couple of days is no big deal. That's how you make progress. That is how you increase your capabilities, increase your stamina, increase your calorie burn, increase your knowledge. All of that comes down to taking those small little steps, one by one, till you hit 20,000. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.